Hi, welcome to our channel. So, like you all know, I'm Mrs. Usagi and I'm doing a solo video today just because I will be sharing something very personal to me. This video is basically sharing about 3 important things I've learned being married to a Benin man. It can apply to someone married to someone from a different tribe, be it whatever tribe it is, or from a different culture, or from a different country. Just sharing my thoughts. Disclaimer, obviously this is my personal experience. It might not apply to you, but definitely I've been led to share, so I'm gonna share. So, the first thing I think is very important in marrying someone from a different culture or a different tribe, in my case Benin man, is to first get to love the person, know the person. First of all, you have to understand that you're not marrying apart. While the culture and the tribe is a huge part of that person's personality, upbringing, background, a core of who they are, you are marrying the person for who they are. At the end of the day, it's important not to think of the person like, oh, I'm marrying a Benin man, because I see that a lot, a Benin man. You're marrying a person. When I first met my husband, obviously, we were good friends. We got to know each other. I found out that we had a lot in common. One of the things that was very strong in keeping us together and making us like continue to grow our relationship was our shared faith. We're both Christians. We loved God, and you guys were just sold out for God, basically. And that was like that was just what attracted me to him. I had peace about it, and so in that I got to know more of who he was. He was able to, demonstrate the characters of God, be it loving me correctly, in forgiving, in understanding, in being patient, in being kind, and vice versa. Same year. After that, the culture thing now came up. Oh, he's a Benin person, obviously, and then we got to dive into what that meant for us. But first of all, you have to love the person. You have to love them for who they are. You have to love them for what they represent. You have to love them as them. Their personality. Never always think about, oh, he's Benin, he's whatever culture it is that is different from me. The person is what matters. When you find the core of who they are and you fall in love with that, it's a starting point to moving on with the relationship. The second point I found that was very important for me was to have an open heart and an open mind. So important. I feel like at the end of the day, if you've gotten to know somebody, you have common interests, you find that you have peace about the person, you guys get to talk, and like I said, for us was shared faith, then you have to be open-minded to accept who they are and where they come from. For example, for sure, growing up in Nigeria, intertribal right now, thankfully, when time where a lot of these things are more embraced and people just marry from wherever, from different tribes and different cultures. But for a long time, I had always thought like I had to marry someone from my tribe. It had to be an Igbo man. It had to be an Igbo man. It had to be somebody. I didn't want to think outside the box to even think of a different country. I just was so, because my culture was a lot of what I knew. But being married to a Benin man, I've come to understand that having an open mind is so important. Why will you find somebody that you really love and then not marry them because they're a certain tribe? Make it make sense. At the end of the day, we are all made in the image and the likeness of God. We are all unique in our own way, and it's also you have to also think about it. It's a learning curve for me as well. So why not be open-minded to learn about the culture, be open-minded to learn about what they're all about, and that will really, really, really help you just embrace the person in all their entirety. So having an open mind is so important. Having an open mind. The third thing that I found that was very important in marrying like a Benin man or a man from a different tribe was to make conscious effort to learn. You can have an open mind, but if you don't make steps to learn, you'll find out that you will be stuck in the bubble of, oh, like I'm married to a Benin man, but that's about it. You have to be open to learn. You have to be open to learn about your culture. So if you say you love somebody and you have an open mind to learn, then you have to take it a step further and learn. So one of the things that I like to do and I had to learn how to do was cooking. And I made up my mind that, you know what, I'm definitely, I love this person, I want to learn more about them. I had to learn how about their food, for example. So for my example, my husband's from Benin culture and they have a soup called black soup. I had to be open to learn, and he likes his cultural food as well. So I had to learn how to make the black soup. I had to make conscious steps to learn how to make the black soup. We have a lot of resources in today's world, so there's no excuse why you can learn. Another easy example, like we started in this channel, is learning the language. Oh my god, talk about learning language as an adult. Like, it's one thing to learn your language from a very young age, like now we're raising kids, just introducing them to the language. Another thing to learn a whole new language as an adult. And it was tough because obviously your mind, your vocabulary, your sense of understanding is already formed. But then I was very open to make the step to learn. And like I said in the first video, we saw us who were learning the language, and obviously I've learned a couple of his food. I've learned, like, know more about the culture, more about what he's all about. I'm open to hear anything he wants to share about his culture and who he is. And I found out that, you know, having this open mind and making the steps to learn will go a long way to, you know, creating a more wholesome, beautiful relationship between you and that person from a different tribe. Remember, you know, the most important thing is that you guys have one mind, one heart. You guys are working towards a common vision and a common goal. And for me, the center point of our relationship was our faith and the fact that, you know, we both loved God, and that made it easy to just dive in and assimilate. So I hope this helped somebody, for sure. Share any tip or anything that you've noticed. If you're married to someone from a different culture, or you're dating someone from a different culture, or whatever, you have people that are close to you from a different culture, can you share some important things that you've learned in that relationship, or that you would like to, you know more about, or you just, I'm open to all your thoughts. Thank you for hanging with me today. Bye. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment as well. Thank you. Bye.